I'm Peter Sakas, veterinarian from Niles Animal Hospital and Bird Medical Center. Dogs and cats are extremely popular pets in the United States, but what about a bird as a pet? Birds are very amazing creatures. They have so many attributes that are very attractive to people. The ability to talk, their color, their interactive nature. They're very, very social animals, and they really do make a nice companion for the family. And for people who are allergic to dogs and cats, birds make a nice alternative because obviously they don't have any fur, and so you don't have the allergic problems. There's a wide variation in the different type of bird species that are kept as pets. They range all the way from the tiny little finch that may weigh 10 grams up to macaws whose weight can range between 2 to 3 pounds and who may have a wingspan up to 4 feet. The small birds don't have a very long lifespan compared to the larger birds that we see. For example, the finches, maybe 6-7 years. The parakeets, maybe about 8 to 10 years. Cockatiels can live 30 years, but when you get into the larger parrots, their lifespan is equivalent to that of humans. We have seen Amazon parrots live 70, 80 years. In fact, we had one Amazon parrot in the hospital here that lived to be 128, went through 4 sets of owners. Birds have a variety of personality traits and attributes that make them very appealing as pets, but the common feature is that birds are very social creatures and have a need to interact with the family. Some birds are easy to tame, other birds are difficult to tame, but it's very important to give them the attention they need because if birds do not get the attention that they crave, it can lead to obnoxious behavior such as feather picking, self-mutilation, and screaming. Before you decide to get a bird, you need to investigate all the attributes of the birds, positive as well as negative. If you're looking for talking ability in a bird, you need to find out which birds are the best talkers. But just because a bird is supposed to be a good talker is no guarantee that it's going to be. And quite often people are frustrated because they get a bird that's supposed to be a good talker and it doesn't talk. You have to work with the bird, interact with the bird, build a strong bond with your bird, and that way you're more likely that the bird is going to talk back to you. Providing proper care for the pet bird is of utmost importance. Good nutrition is key, and the bird needs to have a balanced diet. In addition, keeping a nice clean cage is also important to prevent the transmission of disease to the pet bird. Having a variety of toys available for the bird which they can play with, chew on, interact with is so very, very important to keep them from getting bored. And perch size is also very important because you want to have a variety of diameters so your bird's feet don't wear in the same spot all the time and eventually lead to ulceration. For example, this perch has variable sizes, so what happens is their foot wears more evenly. Birds are totally reliant upon us to keep them in a safe environment. Birds have very effective lungs, and unfortunately, because of this effectiveness and their small size, they are very susceptible to picking up toxic things out of the atmosphere. For example, if food overcooks and there's smoke, it could be toxic to the bird. If you use Teflon cooking materials, if it overheats, those fumes are toxic to birds. If you use aerosol sprays around birds, the propellant in the aerosol is toxic to birds. So anytime anything that is used that produces fumes, smoke, odors, you've got to get your bird away from there and keep them away from an environment like that because it is very dangerous for them and could be fatal. The placement of the cage is one of the most important decisions you can make to ensure the health of your pet bird. One of the absolute worst places you can put a cage is in the kitchen because of the dangers inherent in that environment. Also, when you place the cage, make sure it is not near a cold, steady draft, for example, by an air conditioner vent or outside window where cold, steady air could come in there and affect your bird. Another good thing to do for your bird is to cover it at night. As temperatures drop during the day, by keeping the cage covered, it'll keep warmer air in there and also cut out ambient noise and distractions. Every bird needs a responsible and loving owner. It is also very important to select the right type of bird, so do your research, look at the pluses and minuses of each type of bird that you are interested in because a bad fit is going to be a poor situation for both you and the bird. For more information about choosing a bird, visit the American Veterinary Medical Association at avma.org.